Kumusta everybody? Ang pangalan ko ay Angelberto Valenciano Jr. Ako ay taga Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And today, we're going to do the Dakini Oracle card trick. No, for real. Here, we'll just pick our Oracle for today and see where the day leads us. Again, these are just, in all this mysticism and spirituality, awakenings, shifting, astrology, astronomy, and all that. Like, it is, the thing is, it's a mix of science, like hardcore scientific fact, subconscious thinking, collective consciousness, like internal war in our own heads, in our own bodies, uh, and spirituality, like the ethereal, the stuff that's not real, the stuff that's unseen, and obviously the stuff that is seen. Heck, you can see Mars, you can see the constellations, you can see the sun, the moon, and everything like that. Everything's electromagnetic in this world, and everything has an effect on our bodies, individually and collectively as a whole. Collectively, as I'm here in North America, I'm in Canada, North America, all of the Americas, North and South, and then like all the continents, all the world, all the water, all the leaves on the little trees, and every single blade of grass, and little ant and insect, and oh, I saw a fox last night. It crossed my path. Every animal and every person, like we all make sense in this world. Every single little last bit of molecule has its job in this world. It's not a job, sorry. Has its offering, shall we say? And these kind of like tarot cards and readings and aura readings and things like that, it's it's not hippy dippy bullcrap or fooey underwear like fooey baloney kind of mystical stuff. It really isn't, because, well, I'll just put it this way: if you believe in not the bastardized version of law of attraction, but just the sincere version of the law of attraction is like attracts like. Your thoughts are things. You are what you think about. Your thoughts will manifest into reality if there's feeling and emotion behind it. Meaning, like, that kid that really wanted the bike? Sure, he dreamt about the bike. He looked in his like Sears catalog and like looked at the cut it out, put it on his desk at school, and like really wished for that bike. Of course, there's ways of going out to get it. Like, he get a paper route and he can earn enough money to get the bike. But I know it's kind of a weird example, but just by his love for this, like, say, bike or skateboard or whatever, guess what? Even if, for example, what if he came from a poor family, not a well-off family? Okay, so the daddy and the mommy, they can't afford the bike, for example. But guess what? And I know this sounds, out there, but just by the bare fact of him focusing on this bike, loving the bike, wishing for it, and saying, "Man, I would really love that," and ride around to the park with all my friends and all that stuff. If he says that enough, thinks it enough, and just tells that story to other people, you just never know. Maybe there's that rich uncle that comes by and says, "What, Jimmy? You wanted a," and then that's where like the real Santa Claus, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, okay, goes away, comes back next weekend, rich uncle gets him the bike. It's things like that. There's many, many. If you use your imagination, your feeling, and your heart and emotions, the cosmic consciousness of the universe will provide, provided it's not going to harm anyone, and you sincerely do wish for that thing, like need it in a sense to not need it, obtain such a thing for your own growth, enjoyment, and development of the world. Now, trust me, it works. So, what am I trying to say? I'm just saying, like, this mystical stuff that we all like kind of in this community and such, in different communities. We some folks just think it's all like whatever black magic, but to me it works. And as far as tarot and Dakini, the reason why these work is because we are ingrained subconsciously with symbols, ideals, themes, and what have you. Be it Christianity, Roman Catholic, Buddhist, Taoist, this, that, the other thing. It doesn't matter. As humans, we know tree. We know, I was going to say mermaid, but we know, let's say, fish. We know animals. We know we know the stars, the constellations, and guess what? This stuff is doused in all that kind of stuff. And the fact that it's in our natural consciousness. That way, there are ingrained messages, be it the ones that like the tarot sets out as the message, or if it's just something in your heart that just says, "Wait a second, yeah, I came across what da da da," and it makes sense, and then really make your own meaning out of it. That's what I do. So here we go. Tarot. Bastos. Boom. What do we got? Maya, how she spins. Look at this. Old lady. She looks all Italian or something. Maybe Dutch. Uh, so yeah, Maya, how she spins. 23. Yeah, that's a good one, eh? God, my Canadian accent. Hey, bro. Hey, bro, I'd be, okay? Get twofer. Okay, 23. Maya, how she spins. The transient nature of all things, the great illusion, control of fate, possible emotional threat. Nako! Possible emotional threat. Anywho, ladies. So yeah, this is like the Tantric Dakini Oracle. This thing it's super magical. Anyways, 23, how she spins, bears, the number, 23. Signifying combination of complementary opposites united with threefold truth of all existence. Creation, preservation, and dissolution. Okay, I'm going to stop right there for a second. Guess what God is? G-O-D. That's generation. Um, oh. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Operation. Generation, operation, dissolution. Or dissolving, or whatever. God, G-O-D. So, things create, and this one also says creation, preservation, and dissolution. There's a reason why it's called God, folks, like G-O-D, because we generate an idea, a thought, an action, whatever. We all generate. We generate machines, computers, cell phones. We create creation, and then they say preservation here, or that's the operation, meaning when we generate something like a project, heck, driving traffic to your website, or building a business, you build, and then it plateaus. That's the operation. That's the preservation that they talk of here. Okay, so you get onto a plateau. Essentially, you're living life. You just get onto this plateau, and then disillusion. Everything dies. Everything, no matter what. The stars are dying. Like if there's like a campfire, you generate it, it operates, and then it will die eventually. All energy is just neither created or destroyed. It only transforms. Okay, this number also just suggests a midway point through which all sensory experiences converge. A hub of a wheel which emanates everything. That's pretty cool. According to the classification by elements, this is an air card. Ooh. Not cool. Normally related to the suit of swords in the minor arcana of traditional tarot. High among swirling clouds forms over the earth. Viewed from space sits an old woman. A form of Mahamaya, the great illusion, working on her spinning wheel. She's spinning the original yarn which will make up the fabric of all existence. Not bad, Maya. Her position high in space suggests her detachment from the things of the world. Pretty good. Come on, Mr. Machine. Okay. As the Great Illusion, she is capable of taking any form. As the Great Illusion, she is capable of taking any form. Hold on a second. That's like a djinn. Or the swan. Okay. Her personification as an old woman or fairy tale witch yarns us, or fairy tale witch warns us not to be seduced by the beauteous forms which she sometimes inhabits, thereby catching us in the web of delusion, making us mere puppets of her play. I gotta repeat that one. Her personification as an old woman or fairy tale witch warns us not to be seduced by the beauteous forms which she sometimes inhabits, thereby catching us in the web of delusion, making us mere puppets of her play. The wheel on which she spins represents the great wheel of time, on which the cycles of existence are formed and out of which are our and out of which all karmas emerge. Recognize that youth, beauty, old age, ugliness, and death are but transient phenomena, the production of Mother Maya, the great illusion. See through the fabric of existence and try to understand the case behind each worldly situation. This card indicates the need to withdraw from the ways of the world and to locate oneself in the position of the spinner. This is the way that personal destiny can be transformed. The position in the tree of life indicates the field of reference. The base card relates to passing out of a cycle of destiny and a possible sexual entanglement. In the spleen, it refers to assimilation. In the heart, psychological attitudes. And in the throat and head, the card tells of possibility of controlling destiny. So what did we learn from that, folks? Essentially, it's all an illusion by Mother Maya. And yeah, she looks like a sweet old witch. So folks, today, just know that my message to this whole thing, like, you can create your own reality. That it is an illusion. But it's a very loving illusion. And like, it's a very beautiful illusion. Meaning whatever, it's how we express and we live our life through this matrix illusion stuff that we do here. The main takeaway, I believe, it's kind of what it said right there. Put yourself in the position of the spinner, rather being spun. Anyways, that's it for today, for right now. That's your Dakini Oracle reading. 23. Oh yeah, let's look at, 23. Look up 23. I'm sure you'll find some magical stuff there. Anyways, peace, love, namaste. Take one another. Take one another? My goodness, I should not do these videos so early after I wake up. Take care of one another. And yeah, keep on rocking in the free world.